Okay, business vlog, week 5, week 6, something like that. I've been trying to up the level of ambience in the office. I've got a cool LED light, got some nice decor now. I've got like another light behind my camera, which is cool. So we're slowly getting there, slowly. Let's see what we've done this week. It's been quite a busy week. I also want to try and make these a bit more educational. In the past I've just been like reciting what I've been doing instead of just trying to give value. So I'm going to try and explain shit a bit better and try and relate it to like doing shit yourself, I guess. So what have we got here? Second iteration of Facebook ads made. Let's take a look at the stats. Actually, you want to see the screen, don't you? And then maybe just a little bit of me. There we go. Yeah, okay, so the first iteration of Facebook ads we did was a complete disaster. They did awful, and we can take a look here. And then I went and remade a bunch of ads and did like a better version. So that was the first iteration. We spent £476 to get free sales, 0.13 return on ad spend. Truly awful. I mean, that's actually embarrassing. And here's the second iteration that I've turned off. All the ads are off now, so I might as well turn that off. But it did a lot better, right? The click-through rate on the ads is higher, CPMs is a bit better, the cost per click is way better, and the return on ad spend is like 4 times as good. So if I can get another 4x improvement with the third iteration, which is going to take a bit longer for me to do, then I'll be in profit. But I reckon this is going to take 2 more iterations, I think, before I get something profitable. But yeah, basically we've broken it all down into interests, angles, and then each angle has 5 different ads in. I made 5 different video ads, each with a different scroll stopper. So the scroll stopper is the most important part of a video ad. It's the first, if someone's scrolling on Facebook, the first like 2 seconds is you want to get someone to stop scrolling with your first 2 seconds, so it's got to be super engaging. So I've tried to use a bunch of different scroll stoppers. I think ad 4 was the best performer. I'll quickly show you the scroll stopper for ad 4. Which I shouldn't do really, because these are my business secrets. But
my gosh, this is so beautiful, you guys. Took our picture and turned it into art. I am so in love with this.
Yeah, so that's the ad basically. They're all similar, they just got different scroll stoppers and different like angles and shit. So we tested 5 different angles, 10 different interests, and 5 different ads across all of it. And I've made like a analytics breakdown of it in Google Sheets. So now I'm taking what's worked the best, and I'm gonna send products to more content creators and try and get some more content made to make the next iteration even better, build on what's been working and try and get it better and better and better and better until I've got my Audi R8. That's the goal. So yeah, that's it for Facebook ads. What else have I done? What else have I done? Yeah, so I've got like a new brand slowly in the works. Got a piece of art made for it. It's a brand that I want to start a brand selling art that I would actually put in my own home. That would be dope. So that's just like a very slow side thing right now. So I'm slowly going to build that up. So that's something, but I got a piece of art made, which I'm not going to show you yet. When I do show you, it's going to be in a very cool way. It's not going to be on a business vlog. Set up new ads. For the first time in my 3 years, my company's just finished its 3rd year at the end of July. So it's 3 years now. I actually broke down all my costs and stuff in Google Sheets. I took the books, put them into Google Sheets, and worked out a bunch of correlations and shit. And something I can't believe. So obviously with my business, I think I've mentioned this loads of times, we have to, should I just show you the break? Nah, I don't want to show, but I used to show my books, but I don't want to show my books anymore because they're not remotely accurate, to be honest. So really, it's not good data. I don't want to show it. And they change all the time, so I'm not showing my books. But I will tell you exactly how much I'm paying my VAs per order, and it's insane. I'm paying my VAs £2.40 or £2.30 per order, and like, this is stuff I worked out basically. VA's virtual assistants, so they're my staff basically. I'm paying my staff £2.30 per order, which is off the charts. In February it was like £1.30. So what that says to me is the staff have been getting lazier. And it reminds me of something I heard Jeff Bezos say in an interview once, where he was like, he only likes to hire people for like 6 months because after that mark they just get lazier, which I think sounds about right. Because obviously when you first join a job you want to do really well, right, and like impress the boss or whatever. Then once you get the hang of it, you just start getting lazier. So that's annoying. It's kind of annoying. It's like £2.30 per order is insane. And my artists, I'm paying, I don't want to give away how much I'm paying my artists, but the amount my artists are charging me for doing the art is like 40% higher than their charge rate per order. Does that make sense? So I pay them X amount of dollars per piece of art they make, and if you add up the artist's bills at the end of the month and compare it to the amount of orders we had, it's like 1.4x. So somehow there's an extra 40% which has just gone missing into their pockets. So I've got to figure that out as well. What I would like to do, and this is because I did the cost breakdown sheet, it's actually given me some really good data to work with. I would recommend, if you're running a business, you need to like get all your costs down. I can't believe I haven't done it before. It's so helpful. And if you want to help with like how to do it, because sheets can even work out like correlations and stuff. There's like a minus 0.4 correlation between the amount I'm paying my VAs per order and my profit margins at the end of the month. So if I'm paying, so if 1 month to the next, I'm paying my VAs an extra 10% per order, my profit margin goes down 4%. That's about right. Which is like a big difference, man. So that's crazy. So that's been super helpful, and yeah, it's really cemented in my mind that I need some software to automate sending files between the customers and the artists, so I can cut out the middleman, which is me. That would be incredibly useful. So yeah, that's a big priority. That should save me a bunch of money, but it's hard to find that software. If anyone knows of any like personalized POD software that can automate sending files between Shopify and like a Google Drive so the artist can pick it up, please let me know. That would be really helpful. But I'll find it anyway. But if you want to help me out, that would be great. And yeah, the final thing is, so this is amazing. Commently, Facebook tracking is awful. They are so bad at tracking like what's going on with your... how do I... Oh my god, delivery active. Ooh. There we go. Huh? Inactive. Huh? Chamberlains, bruv. Okay, that's why. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so Facebook tracking is awful after the iOS updates. I am using some software called Commently, and it basically installs a pixel on the website and they get around all the iOS tracking issues. So I can much more accurately track how my Facebook ads are actually performing. Let's look at the last 30 days, delivery, all, whatever. So here we go. Look at this. According to Facebook, this remarketing campaign I'm running has got 4 return on ad spend, which is what I was basing all my information of. According to Commently, which is the accurate data, It's got 0.4. So it's costing me bare peas, bro. I was spending £15 a day on retargeting for Facebook, because I do a lot of advertising on Google, and I run a retargeting just for Facebook. So if anyone looks at my product on Google, then we can hit them with an ad on Facebook, basically, if they visited my website. And typically retargeting campaigns are really profitable, right? Because they've already been to your website, it's warm traffic, it's not cold. So I just took that at face value. I was like, yeah, fair enough, but it's only at £15 a day. It's not much. But turns out that it's not getting any sales. It's got one purchase. So thank you, Cometly. Cometly is $200 a month, and it's saving me, I've turned off that campaign now, it's saving me $20 a day already. So yeah, I'll get the money back, yeah. That's a godsend. Facebook tracking is awful. So yeah, if you want to accurately track your data for Facebook ads, I would recommend Cometly, mainly because they have a 2-week free trial, so there's literally nothing stopping you, and there's no risk. You can do the 2-week free trial. If you don't like it, cancel before they charge you. So it's worth trying, and I'm still on the 2-week trial now, but obviously I'm going to keep it because they've already saved me £15 a day, every day, probably the next 6 months at least. So how much is that? 30, 60. How many days in 6 months? 180 days in 6 months, times that by 15. 1,800 plus 2, yeah, £2,700 they probably saved me. So it's a big man team. All right, I think that is it. Is there any words of wisdom I want to share with the people? I bumped into some old friends at the pub the other day, and they asked me, what's one piece of advice you would give me if I want to start my own business? And I just sat and went like that for like a minute and didn't say anything. And I think if I could give one piece of advice for starting a business, I've already made a video about it actually. It's just take care of your health, sleep well, and eat right, and work out, like be active. That's basically it. I mean, I swear, man, if you just don't do any drugs for like 2 weeks and you sleep well, and by drugs I also mean processed sugar, so no carbs, no junk food, literally just like meat, salad, meat, veg, and fruit. If you do that for 2 weeks, and you'll be a completely different person. So starting a business is easy if you do that. And I'll say that as someone who doesn't do it. But tonight I'm doing a podcast with my friend. We're going to have my last White Russian, because recently I got in. A White Russian, right, is the perfect trifecta of addictive substances. There's alcohol in it, which is very addictive. There's caffeine in it, which is very addictive. And processed sugar, which is very addictive. And I'm fully addicted to that stuff. And it's been dominating my life, not in a bad way. I mean, I've got money in the bank. It's not like my life's going to shit. But I've been drinking way too many of them the past month and a half. So tonight I'm having my last one, and I'll film it for the podcast. I was meant to have 2 guests this week. Both guests bailed. I was going to have 2 guests this weekend because I knew one of them was going to bail. I was expecting one of them to bail, but they both ended up bailing. So I figured, yeah, I might as well do the White Russian on a podcast and just wing it again. Podcasters, people are unreliable, man. It's truly hard. No one's professional, man. How can you commit to coming on a podcast and then on the day, both of them on the day were like, oh, sorry, I can't make it. Bruv. I would never do that. If I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm fucking there. But anyway, yeah, so no, it's alright. One of the guests, I'm not even going to invite them back on because they annoyed me. But the other one, we're going to do it on Thursday, and he's actually a really good guy, and he's got a really cool business. So he literally got back from holiday today, to be fair. So that's fair enough. Okay, that's everything. Yeah, my one piece of advice is look after your diet and shit, man. Just be healthy. And I say that, and yeah, I noticed I've slapped there recently, so I'm having my last White Russian tonight. So I'm not perfect, but as long as you can recognize when you're slipping and then catch yourself, that's a big man thing. Okay, if you've got any questions, let me know. I hope I provided more value this one instead of just boring recitation of what I've been doing. I've tried to add a bit more spice in there. So good stuff. I hope you have a lovely day. Podcast's going to be out tomorrow, probably. Peace.